but we're here at Simone Key Creative Studio where we're going to be fancy and fancy. We are here at the album listening experience for Black Ice. Let's go ahead and get the before, and then I'm going to show you guys what it looks like after, because they gonna pull it off. They going to pull it off. Are you the bartender tonight? All right, go ahead and drop your business real quick.
I'm Tori with Jazzy Lady Bartending. You can find me on Instagram at Jazzy Lady Bartending and on Facebook. And yeah, I'm a mobile bartender, and that's what I do.
Girl, you better get us there. She gonna get us there. We gonna catch Tev before he's fly as hell, before he's iced out. We just gonna catch him. Tev, how you feeling about tonight? You ready for tonight?
I look ready, huh?
No, I told him we gonna catch you before you iced out, bro. Cause then after this, there's a transition like this, and then you gonna be iced out, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna be big drip, before the drip, It's where we at right now, man. Catch us in about 30 minutes.
We gonna come over here.
Hey, what's up?
We have Mr. J08. How are you tonight?
Feeling good, smelling great,
I can smell you.
You know what I mean? Looking better, Well, I gotta take the do-rag off, but hey, when we fast forward, it's gonna be like magic, you feel me? And then the waves is gonna be dripping, and it's gonna be like a waterfall out of nowhere. Thank you.
All right, y'all, we gonna catch an interview later. Catch the interview with Coach Tev, Blake, Cris, and Mr. J08 here for this project. We're gonna give you a little insight to why and how this project and all the above. Stay one up, y'all. Right now, we have an interview with J08 over here. Look, I ain't trying to call you by your government name.
Yeah.
But I just want, let them know who you are one more time so I for sure know that I ain't call you by the wrong name.
Look, it's J08s, plural, J08s.
Oh, see? That's what I was confused about. Okay.
AKA Silky Caesar, AKA, J Pleasure After Midnight. I mean, it depends on who's asking.
Did you say Silky Caesar?
You feel me?
Oh,
hey.
wait, that's one of the...
See?
Okay, I see. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, I already heard the album. I think it's really good so far.
Okay.
Actually, I listened to it all the way through. Even when I was driving, I was like, hell yeah, this shit is bumping.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
And now it makes sense why one of the tracks is called Silky Caesar. I know y'all listening, y'all like, by the time y'all listen, it's already dropped.
Yeah.
And also, by the time y'all listening, you probably know, what I'm talking about now.
They gonna know.
So, I knew it wasn't Blake Cris, because I was like, he don't sound like that. And I knew it was a Coach Tev, so I knew it had to be you.
Somebody else.
How did it feel to be, because you're the producer.
Yes, ma'am.
So you usually, I say, behind the scenes,
Of
you know?
course.
So how does it feel to actually hop on a track?
It's cool because, for me, I always been the dude, freestyling growing up. The goofy dude, always with the goofy freestyles. Everybody, circle around.
Yeah.
And I'll even do the beat and the freestyle sometime. But it was real cool. I always had, idea to get on the track one day. And Tevin and Blake kind of boosted me up. So I was like, why not make it a Silky Caesar interlude? You feel me?
Honestly, I'm glad that you ain't feel peer pressure, that you was just hyped about it,
Yeah.
Because literally, what's funny is that sometimes people behind the scenes, they not ready for to be in front of the mic or in front of the camera,
Oh, yeah,
and it's scary, to be honest, because you're I'm so used to this. This is your comfort zone.
Yeah.
So being in front of the mic. But did you feel like it was home? How did you feel? Were you nervous at first or what?
So I guess with being in Tev's crib where he was recording, it was already a comfortable environment. So me to get on the mic, I mean, at first it was kind of weird just hearing yourself in your out loud, in the headphones.
Yeah.
So if you already don't like your voice, it's gonna be 10 times worse at that point. So that's kind of how I was as far as having a rap voice. I didn't think I had one, so I was like, I might not like it, but it was cool though. I felt relaxed. I had me a little drink and I was doing my thing.
So did you do this whole project? Did you produce the whole project?
No, so I produced 8 out of the 12 joints. I didn't produce Say La Vie, what else? Wishing Well, and Vintage Black, but out of all of them, I still touched all the tracks in some sort of way, whether it was arranging or help with the composition. But I think Cambino, he did Say La Vie, That was the only one I didn't touch at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people who are watching or listening, they don't always know what the producer does or even know who the producer is.
Exactly.
So give us a little like rundown about what your part is when it comes down to this project or anybody else's project.
So, okay, so as a producer, one, of course, you make the beat, or you don't have to make the beat in some other cases, like DJ Khaled or something, but
Right.
You make the beat, and then whenever you make the beat, you kind of present it to an artist as an idea. You know, maybe it's like, you know, something that, you know, you maybe trying to steer him in a certain way. Just
Right.
really, you're trying to be like the captain of a ship.
Yeah.
The ship is the song. And you're
Okay.
trying to, you know, lead the ship into,
Okay.
you know, greener pastures. You know what I mean?
Right.
So pretty much, as far as, you know, I might hear Tev say, like, you know, something a specific way.
Yeah.
I might think, oh, hey, I think you should put the emphasis on these words when you say that. It's little
Yeah.
stuff like that that really brings out, like, the whole song
Yeah.
as, like, you know, as a whole, you know, cohesive song. So
Yeah.
just pretty much making sure the whole song is executed the right way.
You know, that's really good because, you know, I feel like as an artist, you kind of have to find that right producer.
Oh, yeah.
Because if there's no connection there's some producers out here who just want the money, you know?
For sure.
And I really like listening to your projects with Coach Tev and Blake Cris and just this project in general, like Black Ice. I feel like you really were invested into this and you like helped them like along the way because I feel like they did some things that were uncomfortable. Because one of the tracks, y'all will hear this, it sounded like a chopped and screw track. And I thought that was really funny because I was like, that's normally not their energy or vibe, like when it comes down to their music, you know?
Yeah.
'Cause I know like when a Coach Tev is on a track. I know when a Blake Cris on a track. So like
Exactly.
that was different. Did you like challenge that?
No, it wasn't really like any like specific thought going into
Yeah.
it. I feel like it was really just putting our best foot forward, especially with me. Like, I really wanted to make sure whatever I was doing,
Right.
I was putting my best foot forward
Yeah.
in it. I was doing all I could into
Yeah.
it, and you know, making it as sound as best as possible. But
Yeah.
I can't say I specifically challenged, but at the same time, we did want to make sure that it was, you know, it wasn't regular. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like on the Silky Caesar interlude, you hear I say like, you ain't never heard nothing like this in Dallas. You feel me? So,
True.
and I mean, once you hear it, you'll get to understand what I'm saying. But yeah.
Well, I feel like you guys have created a great, like, dynamic team. Everybody has their own part. Everybody knows what needs to be done.
Yeah.
Everybody does what needs to be done, you know? So the job gets handled. And I feel like the project turned out well.
Oh yeah.
So what do you expect the people to listen? Like, what do you expect the reaction to be? Because I know so many people tonight, they're ride or die fans. They're ride or die people who listen to the music. They're like ride or die friends, you know? So what do you expect how do you expect them to react?
So like the way I always describe my music as what you never knew you needed.
Yeah.
So like, and thankfully I already got a reaction from somebody on one of the joints that I think was kind of different, kind of left field, you know. So and they loved it. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't try to put expectations on nothing, but at the same time, like I'm really hoping to like for people to be like, okay, you know what I mean? That exact moment where you just like you don't know what it is, but then you listen more and you're like, oh, I like this, you know. So
Well,
that's exactly what it is.
honestly, I can't wait to see how people react, and honestly, can't wait just for you guys just to drop it for them.
Yeah.
Is there an exact drop date after this listening experience
Oh
tonight?
yeah, we're dropping July 1st actually.
Okay. Wow.
Next Thursday, I think that
Okay.
is. So,
Oh, that's exciting. Well,
yeah.
I know it's gonna do well. It's gonna do numbers. No joke about it.
Did you have a favorite track when you were listening?
So, I really liked Johnny Quest.
I love Johnny
I really
Quest.
like Johnny Quest.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know, it's funny because it's a very old cartoon. So for y'all to reference that was very interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be nostalgic for a few people. Yeah.
And I know, like Tev, he talks about in his rap all the time. He dressed as a '90s kid.
Yeah,
You know, so
for sure.
and you know, it's respectful. And there's certain things like also like wishing you well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I've talked to him before, you know, and a lot of it like his just like. You wonder like where does this come from? Where does this mindset of where these lyrics come from? You know,
Exactly.
because and you're just like what in the world? And then one of Blake Cris, he talks about it's not a love song, but it was kind of almost like a love song, but like another version of it.
Is it Vintage Black?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I love that because honestly, like he's talking to whoever's listening, and I
Yeah.
like
That's a super dope joint.
Like, I really like those top 3 tracks.
I really like that. My bad, not to cut you off. I really like that for Blake because like I feel like that's like damn near his coming out party because like he produced damn near the whole thing and then like the way he was rapping on it, it was just so like vivid and like specific and like heartfelt. So I was really like,
so it was different, all right, because I know he's in general Blake is very good at wordplay.
Exactly.
And also Coach Steph too. So them hand in hand. It's like someone threw the pitch and he hit it, and they both hit it out the park. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it worked perfectly.
Yeah.
And I remember one of Coach Tev's tracks. He's like, "I'm not gonna hop on a track unless Blake Cris is on it." Which was a dope it's a dope like because if you got listen to that song, you come back to this like project, you're like, shit, like this shit is dope together. You know?
Hey, I'm telling you, it's what you never knew you needed.
Yeah.
You feel me?
But go ahead and give me your social media and anything else you want to say before we go ahead and just end this right here.
Shoot, you can follow me, IG, Twitter, produced by J08. That's J08S, J08S. It's not J808s, not J08, J08S.
All right, you guys, we're going to keep it rolling. Yo, what's good? We have Blake Cris here. One of the artists is here for the project Black Ice. Here at the album listening experience. Dude, you decked out. You really iced out, for real.
You know, I try, you know, a little something. I see you came drip.
Look, I'm telling you right now, I'm lucky I had a black shirt in the car. Because I walked in with a white shirt.
So this drip is just by chance. Like, you wasn't even trying.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you for appreciating that.
Yeah. Okay.
But, so I listened to the project, and honestly, I felt like you did different shit this time. Like, it wasn't the regular Blake Cris. So, how'd you feel being a little bit uncomfortable on this project right here?
Honestly, I felt right at home. I feel like the whole time I had JOH, I had Coach Tev right next to me, you know, pushing me. There was a level, you know, that level of competition. We were trying to make the best shit that we could. So, it just felt so natural, you know. It came kind of easy, I ain't gonna lie.
No, I really liked it because, you know, in previous raps, Coach Tab talked about, I'm not gonna hop on a track unless Blake Cris is on it, right? And honestly, for y'all to make this project happen is really like, it's needed, you know? And honestly, I was talking to J08 and about how one of my top 3 tracks are like Wishing You Well, Johnny Quest, and Vintage Black. And I felt like that was a different Blake Cris that I've never really heard. And honestly, like, what did you have to channel when you were like doing that verse?
Honestly, I sometimes I hear different beats and I get in a certain mode and I just run with it. You know, I catch inspiration and I don't fight it. I just, whatever comes to mind. And like, for example, Vintage Black was one of those tracks that I just ran with.
Yeah.
It felt so natural. It felt so right. So it came out beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
But it was good. Like, your project is really good. I feel like every time I hear you rap or every time you drop a track, like, it's just like, it blows my mind. Because when I see you, you're very quiet and you're very mysterious and you're just like chilling, you know? But then when when you're behind that mic and when that stuff, like when that beat drop, I feel like you just go ham, you know? And
appreciate that.
I heard people say like, you know, like, I'm gonna put like, cause Romy is always behind the scenes with y'all. He's always like, man, like, I'm gonna make sure Blake Cris put that work in because honestly, like, you're a hidden gem that people don't really know, that you got flow, you got verse, and you got like, you just keep it coming, like, you know. So what's coming up for this tonight? What do you expect the people to feel after they hear this?
I expect people to love these new sounds. Honestly, we put our heart and soul into this. It's a display of kind of like brotherhood. Yeah. You know, we got closer from this. We were already just best friends making music. Yeah. And I feel like everybody is gonna pick up on that feeling. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all been like friends for a long ass time. Jay always tell me that y'all met he met you when he was on the job, and y'all went to UNT together. Yeah. So how does that connection and energy feel when y'all like doing music with each other? I feel like you guys just connect, you know?
Yeah, it's like a family. Like, we go way back. We come from, you know, just making records in student apartments and stuff like that, and big sessions with a bunch of other creatives that came from there. Yeah. You know, Mecca and Bando, people like that. So we come from a competitive environment, and it's just like we just happened to hone in on that. We found something with the three of us. We found a sound.
Yeah. So how did you guys come up with the name Black Ice? What does it represent?
Black Ice is basically just represents circumstances unforeseen, like you have to move and adjust to life, basically. You know, black ice is the ice the slick ice that you can't see.
Yeah.
You can't prepare for it, but you have to be able to maneuver around it. Plus, it just sounded dope to us.
Honestly, I didn't think of it like that. I thought it was just y'all just like decked out, looking icy as fuck.
Yeah,
but now I get it. Black
ice. It's got that meaning as well.
Bro, I didn't even.
That's a lot of it.
Man, y'all, that was smart. You know, You guys. And then the name that you came up for each track, like, is that really hard to do, or like, how does that work for you guys?
Nah, most of it is Jerry is so good at naming beats. Like a lot of them was damn near the beat that what he named the original beat. You know, so it was pretty easy. Yeah.
So I talked to Jerry about how like he's pretty much the creative director behind it. You guys come and have an idea. You guys go in the studio behind the mic, spit that. How do you guys feel having somebody who knows how you work and just kind of like directing you to change this, change that? Like, how does that make you feel?
It's great, because I never want to be in a place with a bunch of yes men, with a bunch of people that's going to tell me whatever I do is dope, run with it.
Yeah.
I'm big on creative criticism and not just saying, oh, that shit is trash.
Yeah.
How can I make it better, you know? And we just, it's like magic. We click so good that it's just like, I already know almost before they tell me.
Yeah.
And all criticism and, opinions are welcome.
Nice. Well, do you have anything else to say to the people who are listening or watch this? Because by the time they hear this, the album already dropped, because they should have been listening to it. They should have been streaming it. So do you have anything to say to them before we close this off right here?
2021, we going up. Black Ice coming out soon, July 1st. And thank everybody for coming to this event. And I want to thank you too, Becky.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. I love the project. Keep it going. And, stay true to you. Honestly, I love it. I love, the challenges. I love that you keep, wanting to perfect yourself. It's just, honestly, you sound good every time. And I respect it, and I love the music. I love the art.
Sure. Thank you. Appreciate
thank you.
That.
Yo, what's good, you guys? We have Coach Tev here. I've already interviewed JO8, Blake, Cris. Tev.
What's happening?
The project sounds so good.
Yeah.
You guys did a great job.
Thank you.
So,
I hope so.
Coming from JO8, y'all been friends for a minute. Y'all been working each other for since what, 2015 and all this stuff? Went to school and a whole background. How does that feel to create this project with you, Blake, Cris, today for people to listen to?
We've been working on music for a while.
Yeah.
For years. I met Blake probably around, like you said, probably about 2015.
Yeah.
We used to all go to Jerry's crib, JO8's crib, but not knowing he stayed there. We used to work with one of his roommates, actually two of his roommates were some of our good friends.
Yeah.
Patillo and Evan. And then Jerry just so happened to, be in the other room. And then it's about 2014 actually.
Yeah.
And then he started kind of making beats. And yeah, man, ever since then, we all three of us been locked in.
Nice.
But it wasn't probably until maybe about 2017 when we all three started making music together,
So I know you guys added Adios Mia's on here, which is really a favorite to a lot of people, So how long have you guys been working on this project? Because I feel like you guys been sitting on it, writing on it, just to make sure it's perfected,
Right. Yeah, I think because first Blake and JO8 were making a project.
Okay.
They had a few songs, but then I looked up and me and Blake had a few songs.
Okay.
And me and JO8 had a few, what I mean? So we were just eventually, probably around 2017, late 2017, we were yo, let's just combine all this, right?
Yeah.
And work on some more. So we did that, and we finished it early 2020.
Yeah.
Final mixes, final masters, all that.
So the beginning of the pandemic, okay.
Right, February is when we had the last mixing session, right? And it was kind of a blessing though, because we had the music ready, but we didn't have any other, we didn't have any videos, we didn't have any,
no extra content,
no theme, no cover art, we have nothing. So it was cool. It gave us time to kind of work on other shit too, because at the time Blake didn't even have his own first solo project, so people needed to get some of him first before he gets mixed in with with our stuff.
Everybody else,
Yeah, so it gave time for that. Even JOH had a project with Hendrix.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it worked out. You know, I'm not mad.
I think honestly, you guys did a good job. Like I told all of them before, like, you know, listen to your raps and you like one of your lyrics that no one can forget is that I'm not gonna hop on the track unless Blake Cris is on it. You know, which is like it's so relevant now.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And honestly, like I've said this plenty of times, but it's like Blake Cris threw the baseball and you guys hit it out the building. You know, you guys did a great job, like all three of you guys. And honestly, I know like I'm glad you guys took time to perfect it and not just release it just for like.
That's what the other projects were for. Like the Shut Up and Raps, the No Worries, This Is Fun. Those were like really easy, just real quick, just to kind of, you know, get something rolling. Make sure like, hey, I'm alive, we here, still rapping, you know. But this was the one that we were really trying to like put a lot of like time and perfect it, you know, really the way we wanted to. And it's a little bit harder when you got 3 different creative minds trying to work on, because you got to kind of have some type of common goal or whatever, or like, you know, like, I don't really like that song, I don't like this part, you know, so, you know, you bump heads a little bit. Yeah, so that also kind of goes into like help, you know, why sometimes it may take a little bit longer. Yeah. You know, but that's the music industry, because we're so used to like one-hit wonders, you know, for artists who make it mainstream, you know, but you're not used to the work, the behind, like just the taking the time and like listening and perfecting it, you know, because I think as artists, you guys listen to your shit more than anybody else to make sure that it sounds good to somebody else. You guys test the waters, and sometimes you have to go back and tweak it every now and then. But you guys don't work like regular people. From what I've seen on social media, y'all go to different places to get the creative mind going. Is that true? Like Airbnbs and random spots? Yeah, you got to. Before we even put out this, we had like a prelude to this called Home by Dawn. Okay. So that was me, Jerry, and Blake again. Me, JOH, I got to remember. Me, JOH, and Blake. And we went to Austin because it's one of our, you know, favorite just kind of getaways that's close enough where you can go there for a few days and be back. You know what I mean? So we went to Austin to kick it. Brought nephew out so he can take some photos and, you know, video content, and just, you know, just got a new environment. Sometimes you got to just step out of wherever your city is.
I love it. I talk to you outside of all this, you know, and honestly, your mind is always working. I love how you keep it very simple for yourself, you know? You don't ever make it extra. You don't ever invest into something more than what you don't have to. And you learn
Except how to tonight.
Tonight you guys went all out. This event is beautiful. I mean, honestly, I told Romy, I was like, you know what's funny is that when I throw a poetry event, it is what it is. It's gonna look like this, but the small details is really what makes this shit pop, you know? And having it like have a dress code.
Yeah, it makes it memorable.
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
Separates it, because that's tonight is cool. Like, we want you to have a good time tonight, but the goal also is a year from now, like, you remember that. Like, you want to tell people, like, yo, that was tight when we did such and such and such. You know what I mean? So you want to have that impact on people. The same way people have that impact on me, it makes me want to kind of like step up my game in, you know, different ways.
And I love that you get moved by that. I love the title of the album and how it fits with this event. Because when I was talking to Blake, I was like, how'd you come up with the title? He was like, you know, black ice, you can't see it, but you gotta move around it. I was thinking y'all was just being extra icy, like in clothing wear, like decked out and like.
It has like 5 meanings.
I know. And then so tonight I was like, their album is this, like, you know, being fancy, exclusive and shit. Like, everyone wants to be part of their party and shit. But like, honestly, like
It's funny you say exclusive, because originally it was called Backward Skaters Only. Okay. We got a song called Backward Skaters Only. So originally that was the title. Yeah. Because it was supposed to be like some members only exclusive. Like, you can't skate on tracks like that, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have the access to do this. So originally that was the vibe with it. Okay. So, it is tight.
I kind of caught that, because honestly, what you guys do is exclusive. You guys aren't like everybody else. You can't say like these people from Dallas, these people from Houston. It's like they're Coach Tev. That's Blake Cris. That's JOH, you know? Like, I love how I know when it's you and Blake Cris, like, be on this track, right? But I also love on this project, y'all kind of went a little bit out of your comfort zone, and some things changed. Like, I was telling JOH, like, y'all went, like, chopped and screwed a little bit, like, playing around with that. And you guys can tell y'all had fun with this project. And it wasn't just something that was, like this, bro. Like, it was fun. It was genuine. It was... You know, it was just you guys just being you guys, but just also putting dope-ass metaphors and verses together. Like, how the fuck did you even put that in a sentence, you know?
It was fun, man. It was fun. Like, these are actually my homies, and it's always cool when you can do music, but just creative stuff in general with people that y'all like some of the same things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We have very similar music tastes.
Yeah.
There's obviously, we have our own kind of niche stuff that we like, niche stuff that we like, but we all have a general, we like smooth car rider night music. We like, you know, subtle bangers. Like we got, you know, player shit, you know? So it's easy to kind of connect. And especially me and Blake, we work off each other's lyrics. Like, what you got? Okay, maybe you should say that right here, and then I can do, you know what I mean?
Yes, you guys are also relatable and real. Like, y'all rap about things that, like, people will be like, shit, I'm doing that shit right now. You know, and I love that. It's so real, relatable, and honestly, it works. Like you said, you and Blake Chris just be piggybacking off of lyrics here and there. Like, that shit is amazing. Like, it works, it makes sense. It's not confusing at all. You're not like a copy and paste Drake lyric, you know?
Right.
Because sometimes you listen to some song that Drake be featured on, it's like, why did y'all put him there? Why is he there? You know? So y'all did a great job at meshing this project together. And I really appreciate it. I appreciate the content, the good music, the build up to it. Like, y'all hyped it up, and I'm still hyped for it. I listen to it so many times, like, I can cruise to this in Dallas, Texas traffic. Like, this shit, I love.
Yeah.
Continue to do good music.
I will
Continue
try.
to keep putting that
Thank
work.
you.
Continue to keep growing. Continue to keep putting out that video content. I know you're not going to tell me now, but I'm going to ask anyways. How are you in the video when it's your company shooting the video?
I might have a twin.
I know. Like, how do you do this? It's so good.
I got a lot of, like, really good people that are always down to help out, you know? So a lot of the static camera shots, sometimes it might nobody be there, but sometimes I might, you know, have somebody helping out. I try to, like, a lot more now, have people help out, because since, like, our ideas are kind of trying to get a little bit bigger, trying to level up from the next one. So
well, you're leveling up, bro.
Right.
Your Party with Friends video you just released, I love the ending of how y'all showed, like, the bloopers and stuff.
You gotta show the bloopers.
Because people don't realize that it's effort and it's actually real life, like, action. Y'all not like, all right, 1, 2, 3, smash the guitar. No, it's 1, 2, 3, like, do the whole movement, you know? Like, I love it. It's real. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm a real. I got FOMO sometimes looking at your shit. I'm like, damn, that shit is good as fuck. Like, I want to be there just to be there.
Well, you here, and we're glad that you here today.
But thank you so much.
Of course.
And honestly, Black Ice, streaming right now on all music platforms. By the time you watch this,
It's out, man. Just 12 tracks, you know. My longest tape to date, but, you know, we here now, you know. It's a nice car ride.
I'm very proud of you guys.
Thank you.
Very proud.
Thank you.